podcasting. Anyone ever thought about having a podcast? Where do I start? Where do I begin? Here's a tip for you, something that I use, Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. It is absolutely free, and they provide all the creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer, phone, tablet, whatever device you have. Super convenient. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. Your podcast could be on Spotify, Apple Play, or Google. Grow your listeners and get as many people as possible to listen to your podcast and perhaps make some money. Everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Let's do it.
The Disney Vibes Podcast. Talking insider tips, tricks, and pixie dust. For the most magical place on earth, here's Andrew and Heather.
Welcome to episode 20 of the Disney Vibes Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Andrew.
And I am the other host. Who am I? Heather.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, it's been a day, friends.
A day.
That's all. A day.
Goodness grief. I don't even know what to say with that right now.
It's quite all right.
Remember, I'm throwing you through a loop every single time now. I'm just going to say I am the host because the other one is absent sometimes. And then I'll just be like, I'll just have a conversation with myself because you didn't even know who you were.
But that's normal for me. You should know this. Come on now.
Oh, off the rails.
Nope. So remember, I'm your Minnie to your Mickey. Death do us part.
Yeah.
Forever and ever.
Okay. Disney Vibes brought to you by Magical Destinations Travel, bookmdtravel.com. Like the podcast, spread the word, show some support. One of our agents will be with you to assist you in planning your vacation. No obligation for a free quote and no cost you ever. And we're going to talk about some of the benefits of having an agent per se, because there's a lot of news that's come out. I know we're a little bit delayed with everything. It's just life in general has been busy. It's just busy with our kids. It's busy with sports. One sport ends, another one starts. We're coaching, all coaching teams. It's just crazy.
It's that time of year, but it's all good. I'm sure many parents can relate on one way or another.
Absolutely. And, I'm just excited that it's becoming the busier season, if there is one, I want to say, at Walt Disney World Resort. Mm-hmm. Disney Cruise Line is making progress with capacity openings. So they are, if you missed the boat, not literally, but if you missed the boat on the reduced capacity on the Disney cruise ships, that ship has sailed. How's about that for a joke?
Oh, my God. Wah, wah. Hit a button. Hit a button.
No, I'm on fire tonight. Look at that. The puns are intended, folks. Anyways, you can download the Disney Vibes podcast wherever you get your podcast from. If you like the content, help us out providing feedback and a rating as well. We greatly appreciate your support. And as always, it is that time of year, like we're saying, vacation planning is on the front of people's brains, in their minds. They want to get away. Sometimes you are helping your friends do that, and we always have room for more agents. So if you love Disney, you love cruising, and you want to help your friends, or you already do, please reach out to us. Again, bookmdtravel.com, and you can definitely find out what it takes to join our team.
We'd love to have you.
That's it. Where's your joke at?
I got it right here.
Focus. Hocus pocus.
I gotta unlock my phone. Oh, my God. Another one.
I'm on fire. All cylinders. It's been 2 weeks.
Yes, I see that.
Firing on all cylinders tonight.
All right,
Sorry, folks.
All right, you ready?
I don't know if I'm ever ready for this, but yes.
Where does Captain Hook go to get his hook replaced?
TikTok Croc. TikTok Croc shop.
No. So where does Captain Hook go to get his hook replaced? He goes to the secondhand store.
Oh, my gosh. All right, that's kind of good. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you very much. I thought all of them had been pretty good. Actually, no. There was one.
Stop
that
banging
was
the
not
table.
Okay. I'm sorry. Well, it's been a while. All right?
We can go down a road with that for a lot of different things. Anyways. All right, here you go. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
Have a sleepover with Joy from Inside Out.
Oh, gosh, no. Okay.
Or go ice skating with Elsa and Anna.
Oh, I'm going ice skating.
I don't know. Joy's a lot of fun.
Oh, no.
You're such a positive person.
I am. I try to be, but that movie just gets me. I can't. I'm going to let it go. And I like warm hugs.
Okay. All right. All right, so let's talk news. A lot of Disney news has come out. Again, apologize in our delay in getting the news to you. It's just been life in general. The big thing is, just released, I believe, a day or so ago, Disney Plus subscribers can save up to 25% on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels. The lines and the website have been bananas.
Constantly on. There's a
I'm always in orbit.
Us. Yep.
That's what it says. So I'm always in orbit. So I'm trying to reach out. But here it is. This is the deal. So Disney Plus subscribers, this is the first time ever, can save up to 25% on rooms at select Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Bookings are available for visits between July 8th through September 30th, 2022, which is interesting, is that is getting you all the way up to October 1st again. Mm-hmm. And October 1st this year is the 40th anniversary of Epcot. So I don't think dining will be coming back. This is their way of enticing people to come. So it's going to be 25% on deluxe resorts and deluxe resort villas, which we've kind of talked about on previous episodes.
Something like that before, but
it's
not
always
with
tiered.
This. Yes,
it's always tiered. The more you spend, the more you save. That's just the way it is in general. So save 20% moderate resorts and the cabins at Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, 15% at Value Resorts, but it will be 20% at Disney's Art of Animation Resort Suites, and 10% on campsites at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, which is interesting because they've usually rarely included the campsites because it's usually a pretty cheap rate as it is. So it's only bookable, okay, if you are a Disney Plus subscriber. So you have to pre-qualify that you are a Disney Plus subscriber verbally or in writing. We have to, your agent has to provide the Disney Plus account user ID, which is your email address. And then that'll be submitted to Disney for verification. And then after booking, then you can get that whole verification form and it'll all work out. You'll get your discount based on wherever you are staying. If you are not a Disney Plus subscriber, or if that user ID is not confirmed by Disney, Disney may elect to cancel their reservation. So again, it's something.
I think it's something, and I think that I think it's just a brilliant way to offer something by tying it to the Disney Plus subscription. So, I mean, Disney Plus has been out for 2 years now? At least.
Yes.
So,
November. November of
pandemic.
19.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think
at least in the U.S., I should say.
I think it's clever, and I think it's
a
wonderful perk.
Right, and I think, listen, here's the thing. If you're a Disney fan, if you're planning on going to Disney, even if you're not, there are a ton of people that have Disney Plus for whatever, they used to have to get the movies when the vault opened up on those TV commercials.
Yep.
Well, now, the streaming service kindly has completely eliminated that. You can get any content you want at any time. They have original content. I know our kids watch a lot of stuff. Obviously, all the Star Wars and the Mandalorian and Loki. Yep. Oh, yeah. It's just everything's there with the series, right? Boba Fett. Everything's there. So if you're not a Disney Plus subscriber, absolutely subscribe to Disney Plus, and it can take about 1 hour to show as eligible. So
perfect.
You can definitely get that.
Look at that.
So, again, and this is another reason why you would want an agent. You can book up to 3 rooms as a Disney Plus subscriber. So if it's a family vacation, only one member has to be the subscriber. And again, it is you have to have your subscription active, okay, to take advantage. And it may be required, they put this disclaimer there, at your time of arrival. So it's not like, hey, let me sign up, book it, and then cancel.
Interesting.
Or if you do the month-to-month.
Wonder how they're going to verify that.
I don't know. The same way they're going to do the things with the parks, like after hours, right?
Story.
There's a way. There's definitely a way. And there is like we were saying, you're in orbit. There's an online waiting room. So we have to, you just have to wait. So depending upon when you're going, it is a pretty hefty offer in that regard.
I just want to say you will not have to wait. Your agent will have to wait.
Dun, dun, dun. Very true.
Okay.
I will say that. 1,000% agree. That's why you have an agent, because these phone lines, kind of like when we did that other package, 5 days, $500 or more they were doing.
Yep.
Same idea. Your agent, that's what you have an agent for, in addition to helping you out with everything else. So any other thoughts on that?
No, I think it's exciting, and I do know that we have a couple clients that are going to qualify for that. So,
Right, and that's the thing. They're already booked, but as your agent, what they do is they are required to kind of find the best offer for you. Right. So as long as you qualify, maybe save some money and put that towards your Genie Plus selections.
There it is.
Or food or whichever. All right, we finally, we knew it was coming. However, right, we have the specific date. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind opens May 27th at Epcot.
May 27th.
So definitely brush up on your Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Volume 2. Heather, please get your mixtape ready.
Oh, boy. Yes.
Okay, there's nothing better than that. And Xandarians are coming to Earth. They're building the first of the world showcase pavilion at Epcot called the Wonders of Xandar Pavilion. And you'll learn about the technology and the culture as we move through the pavilion, discover how the two cultures are similar in so many ways. But what happens aboard the Family Thrill Coaster, you will find out starting May 27th because Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind releases its awesome mixtape of an attraction to the world. And it's exciting as it's part of the 18-month Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration currently underway.
Interesting. So I wonder where this is going to fit in the grand scheme of Genie Plus.
Yeah, that's a lot of discussion on all the social boards right now. Is it going to be an individual lightning lane? Is it going to be a virtual queue? I think it's going to change and morph over time. So I think let's see what happens. They are DVC members and annual pass members are starting to get previews.
Ooh, fun.
Not really annual pass yet. DVC. So if you're down there and you're a DVC member, you probably are getting an email.
Yep.
In addition, cast members always have their preview as well.
Got it.
Let's talk food.
Food, your favorite.
I love food. Fan favorite, Hoop-de-Doo musical review.
And it returns this summer.
It's coming back this summer. So we talked about the Spirit of Aloha being canceled on our last episode. But Yahoo, let's eat. So you'll be clapping your hands, stomping your feet, singing along. The musical dinner show Hoop-de-Doo musical review returns this summer at Walt Disney World Resort, and reservations are available starting May 26th for showtimes, which will be starting June 23rd. So everybody will be back. It's that frontier-style family fun dining experience at Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, and it's been a long fan favorite for 50 years. It's definitely a special it holds a special place in the hearts of many Disney fans and cast members, and they've created those special memories for generations. So I think there's a lot of people who are excited about the show's return, and obviously I think everybody looks forward to seeing the curtain rise once again. So, again, another step in the right direction, pushing the pebble forward, as I like to say, joining other recent entertainment offerings like Festival of Fantasy Parade's back, Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular back, Mickey's Magical Friendship Fair, and even the Adventure Friends Cavalcade is back. We know that Fantasmic will be coming back at some point. Finding Nemo, that new spin is coming out. So, again, closer. So we lose some things, but more's coming back. And here's what I want to say. Disney's been in the news, besides the stuff that we're sharing with food and everything else. There was an incident that, good old Bob Chapek was involved in with not really sticking up for society, let's say. Right. I don't want to get too political on here.
No.
Because that's not the avenue at all, but I do like to speak my mind. And Disney has always in the past done what is right for all those parties involved. And by staying silent, he really upset his employees.
Right.
I would not say it was the best leadership quality or the steward of leadership moving forward of what he had done. And then he finally made a comment and tried to right the ship. And, and then there was a huge article too. I forgot, I don't remember which magazine it was, but, Iger had hand chosen Chapek to take over. And he's not made...
He's not fulfilled.
Not the transition, but it's not been smooth sailing for him. And, Iger was handpicked him. And now they don't even talk, according to this whole article.
Oh, wow.
They do not even speak anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see what transcends. And here's the thing. Or transpires, I should say. I am interested to see as, I think his contract's up next year.
Right.
What Disney,
It's going to do.
the board's going to do. I don't know. But the magic is still there at Disney.
100%.
It is really there. The cast members are there. If you go to certain things, you can see it. A lot of people have seen it. Are there tough times that everybody's experienced over the last 2 years? Absolutely. But the magic is there for those who still want to go. It's what you make of it, as Positive Heather would say. Yes, there may be some, hiccups in the road and bumps, but it is there. Now, will there be a change in leadership in the near future? I don't know. I'm a big fan of Josh Tomorrow. I've made that clear.
Yes.
He is, I think, always done things right. You follow his Instagram and you just see he's usually, been, on the up and up. But listen, you got to tell Disney when they do it right, you give them credit. And when they don't, you tell them that you're not doing things right. So they made a bad choice with that. Just like, they didn't make a good choice with getting rid of Magical Express.
Eek. No, I agree
Fast
with that.
Pass, the verdict still out. I think it's, another thing. Okay, end of soapbox. Any other thoughts on Hoop-Dee-Doo review?
No, just the fact that I love barbecue, and that's what it's known for. So we need to take advantage of that when we can.
Yeah, agreed. The hard part is, as we like the food, the challenge, I would say, is we're there usually during Food and Wine Festival.
Right.
So that definitely makes things a little more challenging. So, but overall, whatever. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a show that is a fan favorite, and I'm glad they are bringing it back. It is a step in the right direction. Okay, so let's talk about promos and ways that your agent can save you money. So typically, and some promos people love, some hate, but in a normal year, free dining is typically released right around now. So that's why I'm leery of saying yes or nay or whatnot for those travel dates in June, July, August, and September. But again, we're kind of in temporarily abnormal times, and the pent-up demand and discounting with the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World, the 40th anniversary of Epcot, they're not really seeing the demand needed to fulfill. Right.
Correct.
So we don't know when that promotion, and we've talked about this a lot in the past with Disney Dining Plan, and trust us, as soon as we know, we will post it on the socials. We will modify your packages. All your agents will modify your packages. But there are many other discounts, like we said, right now that are available for travel dates, for the rest of 2022. So we talked about whether you save $100 a night or $40 per night or $20 per night based on the tiered resort that you are staying at. And that is ongoing right now through July 7th, which then kind of correlates to everything else we were talking about with the most recent discount with Disney Plus. So that just came out, and that starts July 8th. So they are covering it, one calendar day apart through September 30th.
Sure.
So all of those discounts right now are basically active, and that gets us through September 30th. So if you are looking to go to Disney World at any point in the next 5 months or so, again, bookmdtravel.com, and they can help get you the best price. And if any other discounts come out, we will always obviously help you with that. So, any other thoughts on that?
No, just the fact that I'm going to link this article that we're looking at because I do feel this has a wealth of information.
Sure. There you go. Put it up with the burgers.
That's it.
So, I want to talk Be Our Guest restaurant at Magic Kingdom. The changes are coming. So, Be Our Guest has, since we have gone multiple times to eat there, I'll never forget 9 years ago when we went. It was a great sit-down dinner, table service dinner, excellent food, excellent atmosphere. The master was in the house, right? Literally.
We had the gray stuff for dessert.
Yep,
it was like I celebrated my birthday that year.
Yep. So it has changed a lot over the years from just being a regular table service credit and I don't want to say reasonably priced, but, whatever. The food was great to then becoming a signature dining experience where they upped the cost a little bit more due to popularity, I think, and people were still paying. and then they changed it again to
know.
quick serve for breakfast and lunch, and it was fine. I mean,
It was okay.
we tried. I don't know if we tried the breakfast. We tried lunch definitely. Maybe we did.
I think
don't
it was
remember.
I don't remember. I think it was breakfast, but I feel like at a venue like that, you need to have it be more of a sit down.
Yeah.
You're in a castle.
I know, it's great. I mean, and they always serve my favorite alcoholic beverage there on tap, so that's great. But here we go. So they are reverting to their pre-closure, pre-pandemic operations, but they are making some changes. So let's talk about what's new, how the post-reopening dining experience differs from the pre-closure, and kind of maybe Heather will have a crystal ball and just decide what happens next. But
boy.
As we know, since it's been open 10 years, time does fly. Be Our Guest restaurant is still the hot ticket in Magic Kingdom. The new restaurant smell, right, hasn't worn off, and Walt Disney World guests are definitely eager to get inside Beast's or Master's Castle to eat in that setting themed to Beauty and the Beast. So the reason why Be Our Guest is so popular is because it's so popular, whether it's, many guests want to do what everyone else is doing, so that hype is there, right? I would not say, I don't want to say the hype has created disappointment, but there are, you can't appease everybody.
No.
I guess that's the way to put it.
Okay.
You won't be able to. But it was a very, good value on the Disney dining plan, which we know we just went over. It's unavailable at this time. And we talked about how it was the 3-course price fixed menu and so on and so forth. So I would say we talked about lunch. So lunch is the counter service at Be Our Guests. And then, of course, now it's it's been an all-day lunch dinner menu since they reopened. So the breakfast went away, so you couldn't really use that, and that was great if you were rope dropping in Fantasyland, and you were getting there for early entry. But it was definitely good for beating the crowds to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Peter Pan, because remember, if you have a dining reservation, they scan your Magic Band or whichever, and they say, oh, you can go eat. And then you're already 25 steps ahead of the crowd before the park opens. If you had breakfast at like 7 a.m., and the park wasn't, even early entry wasn't opening until 8:30, so you were done by 8, you were there. Camping out in your camp chair. No, I'm just kidding. But so since they've reopened, it's been the price fixed dinner menu so far. So it's only table service, same app, same entree, dessert options all day long. And it's been the case, for the last 2 years or so. So we wondered, what are they going to change? Maybe something for the 50th anniversary. It did not when we launched in October for the 50th, but I think there's changes coming. And the reason why, there's 2 new updates. First, Be Our Guest is now opening an hour earlier, which was pretty much effective immediately. So they will now open at 10 a.m. daily through at least through the beginning of June, because that's as far out as we can see with the calendar. Get it 60 days, right? Dining.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
10 a.m. is the earliest, so you could get there, and those ADRs, advanced dining reservations, are available for Be Our Guest during that earlier time slot. So there's been slim pickings, obviously, for the 60-day mark to get into Be Our Guest. But maybe there will be availability if you're a brunch kind of person during that 10 to 11 window, as people, especially if you're going in the next 60 days or so and you weren't able to get into Be Our Guest, check again, because that 10 a.m. slot, 10 to 11, people may not have it.
Right.
So, a lot of times people don't constantly update or check their dining until they're actually in the park and making their changes. So 60 days out, you still may be able to, to do that. So that's the one thing. So an hour earlier is helping. The other thing is they're testing out a couple brunch options, Heather.
I love brunch.
So we're going to talk about country seasonal salad with peach vinaigrette, crab meat omelet with egg, brie cheese, lump crab meat, Chiron sauce, and roasted potatoes.
Wow.
And the kids' breakfast sampler with Mickey waffles, Mickey eggs, bacon sausage, and roasted potatoes. So
sign me up.
So what's a Mickey egg?
Mickey egg. So
I know what a Mickey waffle is, but
true story. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be really bizarre seeing a. I'm just thinking of like scrambled egg shaped like Mickey.
I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's over easy eggs, a little bit easier to shape.
Maybe.
Whatever. So here's my thing, to sum up. So Be Our Guest, we're hoping that now they're opening earlier, more options are coming back, more staffing is available, and maybe they're going to be tinkering, Magic Kingdom's finally, putting Be Our Guest restaurant changed, pushing it forward to something a little bit better with some more additions, for that is pivoting back to normal, I guess,
Right.
for Be Our Guest, because it's just so popular. So I do think that it's hopefully an option that they are looking at into getting it back to what it used to be.
All right.
Right.
We'll have to see.
So I know we did enjoy that as well, though. It was
It's
good.
an experience.
It
Always
is an experience, right? That's a good way of putting it, because you do want to see. And if it's hot in the summer, it's nice and air
Oh
conditioned.
my gosh, it's so refreshing. And it's very massive, because there's I want to say like 3 main rooms where you can go and
Yeah, you
sit.
can see the rows.
Yep, you can see the rows in one room, then there's the big ballroom, and then I feel like there's another room outside of the where the rose is. But like Andrew said, if you go in the summertime, it is a really great place to cool down, relax, and just, enjoy your meal.
Yeah. So definitely looking forward, to that. I don't know if we'll go there because, like I said, Food and Wine's at that time, and
Right.
and everything, with that. I did read an article the other day that I just wanted to say one more thing about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about individual lightning lanes, and we talk about Genie Plus and everything like that. I do think, circling back to this, that it is going to be an individual lightning lane, and I just don't know how much it's going to cost. The demand's going to be there, and there's been reports. Disney never tells you the facts, or at least you can't figure it out completely, or someone leaks something. But supposedly this attraction to build and everything is between the $400 and $500 million price tag.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
that's what I've read. So I do think it will be a lightning lane. And listen, they're going to strike while the iron's hot. It could be the first Walt Disney World attraction to break $20, $25, $30 per person.
Oh.
If people are going to pay it, right? I mean, I let's say in the middle. I'm an average kind of guy, 25. I mean, I don't know if they'll stay at 15. I mean, they're going to get backlash. They could even push it to 40.
Let's hope not. Positive Heather needs to.
Well,
not
right.
think
But, I mean, they haven't
that.
raised the prices on Rise with the daily
Right.
sellouts. So
Right.
that is a sign in the right direction. But with, with Remy and Frozen Ever After already moving, towards, that, Remy's Genie Plus right now.
Right.
No, Remy's still individual lightning lane. It could be the, Epcot could be the only park with 2 individual lightning lane attractions. Everybody else has 1 right now. So I do hope that it does virtual queue for a little bit.
I think it should.
I mean, Remy's did when it
saw that,
when
right.
it went out in the fall,
Mm-hmm.
but they stopped it in the winter. And there's none of them. No Disney World attractions at this time are using the virtual queue system.
I think maybe if we see it with this one, I think it's going to start setting a trend for that's how the new rides are going to debut. And then, just see how they start. We'll have to start marking it down.
I guess. So, and here's the thing. So Star Wars Rise of the Resistance and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure use those virtual queues for different reasons.
Right.
Galaxy's Edge headliner obviously did it due to a lack of reliability. Okay. Rise would go down quite frequently. I mean, I think it's been better compared to its early days, but, just because of the length of the experience, it would go down, and then you'd be waiting and waiting. Ratatouille just didn't have the physical space they expanded the France Pavilion, but
right.
you didn't have the space to have those long lines like Mickey's Runaway Railway, where you came out the theater and it just would, spill into the park. So I think that's kind of why they use the virtual queues. Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't think they're going to suffer, hopefully, from downtime issues. It doesn't lack the queue space because Epcot's, one of the biggest parks. There should be plenty of space inside the building. There's tons of ample overflow space outside. So to me, it should be standby. But, again, I don't know what they're going to do, and we'll only find out as May 27th approaches, because whatever they do with that, I think is going to be very similar to what they do with Tron Light Cycle Run when that releases in Magic Kingdom, which we don't know. Don't ask me that question. It is still, we don't have any decision on that at the, a timetable, I should say, for that. The other thing is I want to know if, as we talk about early entry or extended evening hours, again, that's one of those value-added benefits. Will Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind be open for that? Ooh. I hope it's available for both.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
But, again, and that's when we can start to talk about your Epcot plan for the day, so to speak. I mean, I know we did Hollywood Studios.
Right.
And I think next week or something we're going to try to push out something for Magic Kingdom.
All right.
Because
do it.
There's nothing really changing at Magic Kingdom at this time.
Right.
Until Tron opens. So I think that would be something that we should talk to about people.
Sounds good.
Thoughts on that? Nothing? Good?
No. Well, I'll have to do a little bit of research, but I feel like that is definitely going to be a beneficial piece to listen to.
I agree. That's why I came up with it.
So smart.
As people are preparing for their trip, spring break is rapidly approaching. I do want to touch base on restaurants that, have pretty much open, closed, etc. At Walt Disney World Resort. We know we talked about Hoop-de-Doo Review opening, so that's a great one. The two we did mention, I believe, in the last episode, permanently closed ESPN Club and Spirit of Aloha, the dinner show, right? But, the ones that have recently reopened, so if you have not gotten or secured a reservation, you can do so. Boat Rides Dining Hall at Port Orleans. Flying Fish, we did talk about that in their menu at Boardwalk Inn. Jaico, the cookie place at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Storybook Dining at Artist Point. Heather loves that. That's at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. That has reopened. And Turf Club Bar and Grill at Disney's Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. And I just want to say that a lot of times, and I think we had mentioned this kind of when we went over the burgers on the last episode, you have to remember there are excellent restaurants. It's not just the parks. I mean, Epcot gets it because there's so much, but there's a lot of excellent restaurants at the resorts.
Right.
At the hotels. Some of the best ones, whether it's quick serve or even a sit down, there are great. We've had fantastic meals at the resorts and Disney Springs. Now, Disney Springs there's no admission required, so that's just open to anyone.
Right. Not all Disney Spring restaurants are affiliated with Disney.
Correct. 1,000%. You are right. And then there's some that we know that are coming soon. We talked about the Connections Cafe and Eatery in Epcot. That's supposed to be opening springtime. There's Cake Bake Shop, but that's not until next year, as well. So they are coming. We don't have other ones coming out. We're waiting to hear when Akershus Royal Banquet Hall at Epcot and 1900 Park Fair at Grand Floridian. They should be opening up in the summer, but we don't know when they reopen, if they will have characters still. Because remember, we've been to both of those. One's the princesses,
right?
And the other one was Cinderella, Prince Charming, right at Grand Floridian. So,
right.
I don't think there's much else happening between now and Memorial Day. But overall, the majority of the restaurants have reopened. There's very few that are still closed, specifically. And we can post a list. I mean, there's not a lot that, nothing that's really worth where I'm like, oh, yeah, so the bakery is closed at Hollywood Studios. That's nothing crazy, And Epcot, the big one, was Monsieur Paul, and then the Actresses Royal Banquet Hall. So, but that's important because, we definitely want to talk about, the meals in general as well.
Right.
Characters have not fully come back, so they're missing. But again, right direction.
They're still having what was it? Mickey's. Oh my goodness. There's character dinings that are slowly coming about, but it's not obviously like it was.
Correct. So Hollywood and Vine, the Disney Junior play one, and
Right.
it's typically seasonal.
Oh, Chef Mickey's. That's what I was
Chef
thinking
Mickey's
of.
at Contemporary, right?
Yep.
So that's there. But at Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios, they have the Disney Junior one, and then they also have I don't know if it's Mini Summertime Bash. They always rebrand it. Daisy's Summer, whatever, and
Right.
they're all there dressed in like swimsuits and everything like that. So they'd have, those limited comeback. Cape May Cafe, they used to have a character breakfast. They don't have that back yet. Crystal Palace with Winnie the Pooh and friends, they're not back yet.
Ohana.
With the character Ohana. I mean, I love my Ohana. Garden Grill in Epcot.
Yep.
Trattoria Al Forno, the Bon Voyage character breakfast. Listen, I don't need a character. That breakfast was fantastic that we had
That
there
was really
on the
good.
boardwalk. So highly recommend, that restaurant as well. And it's a short walk from Epcot and the International Gateway. So, all right. Any other things you really want to touch base on, Heather?
No, I think just knowing the fact that there are these discounts available and you need to hook up with your agent so you can know of them and take advantage of it.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Look at that.
Socials.
Social. So Magical Destination Travel Co. on Instagram, Magical Destinations Travel on Facebook, and Magical Des Trav on Twitter. And of course, check us out on our website, bookmdtravel.com.
I wasn't sure if you were going to forget the socials like you forgot your name.
No. I got it.
Got it. All right. Till next time, we are going to have some good plans coming up. I think Heather's going to also think of a good pack list to just kind of update a little bit because we did talk about what to pack, and where to get those things. Remember on a previous episode.
Yep, it's on our blog.
Weather's changing, so, with the spring and the summer months coming, so get that body glide, right? That was one of those things that you're going to need as you're sweating and chafing and everything else.
But it's all worth it. It's all worth it.
It is. That's how you walk those 10 miles a day and you just refresh yourself.
Oh
so
my gosh.
that's it.
All right.
All right. Live life. Do what makes you happy and let the Disney vibes flow.
Find Disney Vibes for all your vacation needs on the web at bookmdtravel.com.